Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I want to bring you guys my record prediction for the New York Knicks heading into the season, and also bring you guys some of my expectations from some of the players, and overall, what I expect going into the Knicks season, because it's going to be a long ride. It's going to be a lot of new players, a lot of new coaches, as we know, because we just finished up the preseason, and I gave you guys my 5 takeaways from the preseason in a previous video, so if you guys did not check that out, make sure you do so, because I dissect a lot that we took away from the first 4 games of the preseason. So our first game is against the Indiana Pacers this Wednesday night, and I'm going to be predicting, not game by game, but I'll be bringing you guys my overall record and why I think this is possible. I tried to be as realistic as I can because I'm not going to be biased. I'm not going to be unrealistic here. I'm going to try to bring you guys the most accurate prediction possible. But again, this could be easily way off, or it could be on the money. I could be overrating them, or I could be underrating them. So again, if you guys disagree with my record prediction, that is totally okay. Let me know down below your record prediction because I want to hear your guys' thoughts, and maybe a year from now we can come back to this video and see if I was right or if anybody in the comment section was right. So let me know your record prediction down below in the comment section. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you thumbs it up, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I got a lot of Knicks content here waiting in store for the New York Knicks season. I will be going live during the Knicks game on Wednesday night here on my channel. I'll be bringing you guys my live play-by-play reaction, so it'll be me watching the game. I will not have the game on the video. It's just gonna be me watching because I have a Jets channel, as you guys know, and I go live for every single game. So I thought, all right, why not? Opening night, I'll go live during the Knicks game. And a lot of people always ask during the live stream, like, hey, can you show the game? Can you show the game? And unfortunately, I cannot do that due to copyright. So if you guys want to come in and watch the next game with me, stay tuned on my channel because I'll be live right when it tips off. And yeah, so that now that you guys know about that, let's get right into the video. So for that, without further ado, let's give you guys my record prediction. Again, this is really hard to come up with, and I'm trying to be as realistic as possible, right? So my record prediction for the New York Knicks this season is 28-44. Yes, I know that is not the best record, and maybe I'm not being as optimistic as you would hope, but I'm being realistic because I know the current state of the New York Knicks. This season is not a year for us to make the playoffs and make a run. This is the year for us to build a foundation within our young core and show promising developing signs from our young players and see what Coach Tibbs is all about. I think that just because we're 28-44, it looks like a really terrible record, but it doesn't mean that we cannot still build a winning culture, because again, we're going to be going up against a lot of teams that are better than us, and that's why we're going to lose a lot of games. We're going up, the Eastern Conference it's still weak, but it's getting better and better each year, in my opinion. There's definitely still some teams we're going to beat up on, but I don't really see us competing with the top tier teams. But at the same time, I do see us performing some upsets against the top tier teams that are in the playoffs every single year. This is my record prediction. So again, let me know yours down below, but let's get into why I feel like this is realistic and what my expectations are for the Knicks in the beginning of the year and then at the end. I do think the Knicks are going to start off the year really rough. I have a feeling, first of all, the schedule is ridiculous. We're away for like a lot of our games to begin the season, and we're going up against really good opponents. I have a feeling the Knicks are going to start really poorly, and we're going to have a really bad record in the first 20 games. And a lot of Knicks fans are going to be upset, and we're going to be calling for Thibodeau's head probably, because knowing Knicks fans, some people will say that. But I do expect that, but then I have a feeling when it gets to the All-Star break, we're going to have a really bad record, but then all of a sudden, we're going to see this team gel together and start winning some games down the stretch. I feel like this team needs a lot of time to gel together. Unfortunately, we only had 4 preseason games, only 1 week of training camp, so this team did not have the proper time to really evaluate who should get the proper minutes, who should we start, who should we bench. Like, this team did not get enough time, and the Knicks are not the only team that didn't get enough time. Every other team in the NBA are going through the same circumstances with the crazy year that we're going through in the NBA. But talking about the New York Knicks, I don't think it's going to favor them by having only 4 games of preseason, only 1 week of training camp. So it's going to take a while for these players to develop and getting used to playing with each other. And like I said, I don't expect the Knicks to start off hot. I think that all of a sudden, maybe by February or even late January, this New York Knicks team is going to look different. I feel like they're going to buy into Thibodeau's system, and they're going to really understand what they need to do in order to win. And I feel like Thibodeau is going to be holding all his players accountable and coaching the hell out of them with Kenny Payne and Mike Woodson in the ears, telling him what they need to work on, being the nice guy in the room, while Thibodeau screaming his head off saying, listen, you need to focus on the details on this, and you did really poorly here. We need to focus on this. And they're going to be learning. Again, we are an extremely young team. We don't have one player the age of 30. The oldest player on the roster is Reggie Bullock, and he's 29 years old, so we don't really have a veteran-driven team. It's all young guys, and I love that. I want to see the young core play together, and I do expect this team to start winning down the line and maybe go on a win streak, maybe a 4-game win streak, or maybe we win 7 of our last 10 games down the road. That's my prediction for the Knicks. I really feel like it's going to be rough when it really starts, and we're going to be upset, and I'm going to be making videos about it, and you guys are going to hear me say all these crazy stuff, but at the same time, I do feel like this is going to happen. I feel like this is the most realistic prediction I can come up with because we are not there yet. I think this is the year where the Knicks need to prove that RJ Barrett is taking that next step, and he looks like he's going to be the star that he could potentially become. Mitchell Robinson looks like he could be the starting center for the future. If our rookies, Obi Toppin, can develop and show, listen, I am a real rookie and I'm ready to play right now, that will be huge. If Emmanuel Quickley can be the steal of the draft, that will be huge as well. If Kevin Knox can break out in his 3rd year, we will see. Because if that all happens, if the young core shows signs, but we're still not winning games, it really helps out the Knicks. Because that means that we're trending in the right direction. And just because we're not winning games, I'm okay with that. All I really care about this year is showing development from the players and seeing if this coaching staff under Tom Thibodeau are actually the real deal. I can easily predict 28 wins and all of a sudden we come out with 34 wins. I could be wrong. I could be underestimating them, or I could be overrating them and say then and the Knicks all of a sudden only come out with 20 wins. Who knows? Because the Knicks season right now is going to be very unpredictable. It's a very untraditional season, as we know. Like I keep mentioning, the only 4 games of preseason and only 1 week of training camp, so I do not expect this Knicks team to come out there and shock the world. I do expect them to go out there and beat some teams we're not supposed to beat, because I have a feeling Tom Thibodeau is going to coach the hell out of them and really coach them up to defense. And I feel like defense wins games, especially if with the guys that we have on this team, like Mitchell Robinson down low, Nerlens Noel's a rim protector, Frank Ntilikina, and Emmanuel Quickley, RJ Barrett, they're pretty good on the perimeter. So I feel like our defense is going to be solid. I'm just worried about our sharpshooting. I feel like we lack 3-point shooting in order to stay up to par with the rest of the NBA. The NBA is evolving and you need to be able to shoot the ball from 3, and the Knicks definitely lack that. We definitely shot well in our last preseason game against the Cavaliers, but we can't really expect that every single night. That's the main reason why I don't think this New York Knicks team is ready to compete right now. We're missing shooting at a consistent basis. If Kevin Knox can all of a sudden do what he's doing the preseason in the regular season, then all of a sudden we have more shooting. But as of right now, we don't have consistent shooting from beyond the arc, and that's the main reason why I don't feel like the Knicks are going to win a lot of games. But yeah, that's really my predictions. Let me know down below in the comment section your predictions and why you feel like the Knicks are going to have that record. I love reading all your comments. You guys really are intelligent fans. You guys know your stuff. You guys know the Knicks like the back of your hand. You guys know I love Knicks Nation because you guys are so educated. You guys are so passionate, and we are all in this together. The Knicks basketball is back. We should be happy that the Knicks are playing basketball on Wednesday night. Stay tuned for my live stream during the game. Tomorrow, I will be live with CK2K and NYK, Terry and Trey here on my channel, so stay tuned for that. There's a lot in store for Knicks Media. Again, thank you guys so much for all the support on this channel. It means the world to me. That does it for this video. Let's go Knicks! I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.